Today, Japan's finest mechanical pencils will be facing off. In the red corner, we have the Uni Kuru Toga, but move out of the way because in the blue corner, we have the Kuru Toga Advance. That's right, this is the exact same version, but with additional features. So, you're probably wondering what made the classic Uni Kuru Toga Japan's best mechanical pencil in the first place. Well, that would be the auto LED rotation feature, which we're going to dive into. But before we do, I would highly recommend catching up on this first video in which we reviewed the Uni Kuru Toga specifically in depth. The little window that displays the rotation of the LED changes each time the pencil touches down. So if this classic version was Japan's best, then where does the advanced version come in? Well, to be honest, guys, I didn't even know this version existed until 2 weeks ago. And it wasn't until one of you viewers let me know in the comments that this was out there that I ordered it straight away. So a big thank you to P. Chris for your comment. If it wasn't for you, this video would not be happening. So just before we crack open the Advance, both are made by Mitsubishi. Both have auto LED rotation. The Advance version boasts 2 times the rotation speed and offers additional protection for the LED. So let's crack it open and put those claims to the test. And there she is, the Kuru Toga Advance. So first impressions right off the bat. Although the classic looks really nice, I must say the advanced version looks much more modern and sleek. Lengthwise, they are approximately the same length, although the eraser of the classic makes it a little bit taller. So now let's compare the tips. There's an obvious difference in shape, and there is also a rubber ring around the classic version. There's also knurling on the metal to add extra grip, and a display window to check in on the rotation of your LED. The advanced version is a lot more smooth and a lot more modern looking, isn't it? In fact, that little grill around the edge almost makes me think of the barrel of a gun. So that's it for the differences in design, but what about the differences in functionality? So guys, as you can see, I've just loaded each of these up with a 2B LED. They are nice and flat and ready for testing. So what we're going to do now is continue writing with each of them and see how long it is before we have to do a click. So just before we get into it, guys, please don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps the channel, and do consider subscribing so you don't miss our next review. So here we go with the Uni Kuru Toga Classic. Alright guys, that's a wrap. So let's have a look at the tip. Absolutely worn down to the nub there. So now we're going to do the same, but with the Uni Kuru Toga Advance. Alright guys, we have made it all the way to the end of the page, and the LED is somehow still going strong with the Kuru Toga Advance. And I think it's all thanks to that feature. As you can see, this little shield has retracted with the LED and has allowed it to keep writing. Okay guys, it's time for us to make our judgment. Now just before we do, I wanted to thank all my loyal viewers and subscribers for making it through this far. And again, thank you to P. Chris for recommending the advanced version. So, in my opinion, based on these results, I mean, they speak for themselves, don't they? It's got to be the Kuru Toga Advance that wins this one. It was able to write substantially longer. I wrote this whole page, I didn't have to click it once, whereas the original classic Kuru Toga only made it down to about halfway before it got right down to the metal. And if you want to get a deeper dive on the auto-rotating mechanism that started it all, don't forget to check out my original review. I've put the card for you on screen here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.